Welcome back to the Gun Collective. My name is Jon Patton, and today, guys, I have another unboxing. This one is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. This is from a Canadian company called MDT. Yes, this is a big old ZT. I'm borrowing it from Ben, who's here to help me with this project. So MDT is a chassis manufacturer. So they make chassis for your bolt-action rifles, and they sent two. There's two chassis in this box. Let's go ahead and get these out of here. We'll start. They're all nicely boxed up. That's awesome. We're gonna go ahead and take everything out since this is an unboxing. And there's a few ones. Here we go, and one big old one. Let's get that out of here. Okay. So let's see what's in these boxes, shall we? Let's start with the smallest. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but I believe this is the stock. Let's go ahead and cut into this bad boy. This is an excuse just to use this beautiful knife again. And we've got a beautiful, beautiful stock from them, MDT. These guys make some really, really nice stuff. Little monopod for the back of this thing. So the idea here is precision. That's their game, right? This is all about precision rifle stuff. So we've got all kinds of adjustments here. We've got length of pull, this little knob here. So many knobs. So this locks in the adjustment here. They've got all kinds of stuff going on. Nice recoil pad on the back there. We've also got a cheek riser that can go up and down, and once you got it high enough, I believe you may have some left to right adjustment. That is freaking cool. It's got their logo right there on top, and of course locks into their chassis. Very, very nice piece. You've got your QD points here and here, and of course an M-lock slot on the bottom for that monopod. Okay, let's keep moving. What else do we have here? So I'm a moron, and this is actually the adapter for the stock. Moving on. Ben's here in the background going, dude, you're stupid. That's okay. This is the LSS XL Gen 2, and I believe this is a kind of their medium frame jaunt that goes with this stock as such. Boys and girls, this is freaking cool. This is actually way lighter than I anticipated. You drop your chassis or your rifle right in here and go ahead and bolt it in, and it's kind of a rigid platform. That's the idea, is making everything as rigid as possible while still maintaining, premium accuracy. Obviously, this is all M-lock up front here. They've got like some grip texture if you want to grip it by the magazine well, and of course, it takes standard AR grips. This is going to look really, really nice. It's got the sling loop there for a bipod up front. Very, very cool. Is there anything else in here that I'm missing? No, it's just some screws and stuff. So I believe this is it when it comes to this chassis. So the LSS XL Gen 2, this is kind of a smaller version of what we're about to open, the ESS. And this is pretty freaking cool. I'm excited. What's going to go in here is a 6mm Creedmoor Howa action. So let's set this to the side, and then we'll keep on moving with the big boy. All right, moving on to the big boy. Here we go, the ESS chassis. This is a much, much larger box. ESS apparently stands for Elite Sniper System. Guys, you know that I'm not some kind of expert when it comes to precision stuff. That's why Ben is here to kind of guide me through and educate me so that I can share that knowledge that I pick up with you guys. Again, another skeletonized rifle stock. This is cool that it comes in this complete package. So when you would, if you guys were to pick this up, it would come just like this. Let's go ahead and set that down. The base and the fore end all marked. Very nice packaging. Very cool. I know I'm tossing it aside, but that's okay. Let's do the stock again first. So we'll see if this one's the same. Oh, there's a very, very similar one, if not identical. So, okay, so this is a little bit different. Some minute differences here. Let me get that out of the way. So the cheek piece is actually slightly different. There's a texture on here. That's interesting. There are not screws in the top. You can see the adjustment here is, again, different. This is not like that kind of AR buffer tube size. That's slightly different. But, oh, and it's also missing all the lock knobs in favor of set screws. interesting. Just a different approach. This is going to be part of the build here with a 300 Win Mag Howa action. Okay, so length of pull, height, you know, same things. QD points in the same spots. There is screw holes here. These are threaded as opposed to the M-Lock, and this is a little bit beefier, it seems. I believe there was more material taken out on the other one in certain areas, but again, very cool. Just that, you know, FDE style, FDE color. Let's get that out of here. Let's move on to the fore end. So, shockingly enough, these are all the same color, which is nice. I'm just going to rip this open. Here we go. Ooh. Man, this finish is so nice, guys. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very, very well. We'll try to get some close-ups in a little bit here. These are all, again, M-Lock everywhere. It's dripping in M-Lock in the fore end. Got a QD point here, here, and here, so 3 on the front. This also comes all the way around the top, so if you wanted to mount something forward, you could do that. Some guys like to mount night vision and things of that nature, or, you know, on the sides you could mount a rangefinder or whatever. There's all kinds of trinkets that precision guys love. I believe this is where this kind of interfaces with the base and kind of brings everything together. Very cool, and that's very simple. So let's keep on moving, chuck our boxes out of the way because it's fun, right? Who doesn't love throwing stuff around? Okay, getting into the base, this is going to be the core of what makes this Ess chassis tick. All right, let's see what this is all about. This is going to have that 300 Win Mag in it. Oh man, look at this. Let's drop that so we don't lose the screws. This is really, really nice, guys. Again, that same super nice fit and finish, consistent color throughout. It matches identically. They have it marked here, Howa 1500 long action, which is exactly what's going to go in here, that 300 Win Mag. Similar texture up front, and this is actually interesting that it carries a similar texture to the top of the stock. Very cool. I like that. It's little touches like that that actually add a little bit of value, and it shows the end customer that you care. So like I said here, you know, we had the 3 screws here, and you can actually see 1, 2, 3 holes right there in the bottom of, or the kind of top side middle of the base, and that's just going to interface as such, similarly like that. And guys, I don't really know what else to say about this. Very clean. It's got that nice push forward mag release. I like that. I've got something similar on my RPR build. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna see if we've got enough hardware and tools to put this all together. Why don't we see if we can make that happen? Well, it looks like we got them together. Let's start with the Ess chassis. We'll set that down. Okay. So this is that 300 Win Mag build. You can see we've got this together. Unfortunately, I don't have a magazine for this yet. I believe it's AICS pattern. This thing looks really, really badass once it's all together. I really like this. Both of these came with threaded muzzles. I'm excited to put something to suppress this rifle on there. We've got a 0 Delta D-Lock S and the Harris Bipod combo. I just picked that up, and I'm excited to put that on there. This is cool. Got the stock together. It's got a Hogue grip. We decided to go with the Hogue on here because I had one. Tried a different grip, the X-Tech, that had like a beaver tail, and that actually would not fit on here. So you kind of have to keep that in mind. A couple things that weren't so super positive on the front end of this. The stock screw is completely difficult to get. Like, you can see my finger barely fits in there. That's not easy to get tight. It does take a little bit of effort with a ball end Allen key, but we did get it, so you know that's saying something. As well, there was a Sling Mount here for a bipod, and we actually had to take that out because it was interfering with this barrel. Now this is a heavier contour, but that shouldn't really matter. It shouldn't be hitting. I'm not sure what the idea was with the design. The screw stuck into the barrel channel, and that was unfortunate, but we took it out, no big deal. And we have it as such. It's got the KDG Connect piece up here that's super tight for the bipod. I'm really jazzed to be able to take this thing out and put some rounds through it. Yeah, I'm pumped. The Howa action. Oh, and we also added the Night Force optic mount on here. We're going to do a separate video at another time. Ben's here, but he's got to scoot. So we're going to do another video on how to mount an optic. properly, and we'll get into that at a different time. But here it is, the ESS chassis from MDT out of Canada. Very cool. Let's look at the LSS. Here it is, the LSS XL Gen 2. This is obviously a more cut down version, and you'll notice that the bolt knob on this one is slightly different. There's a reason for that. This action is actually Howa's test action for the 6mm Creedmoor. They're letting me borrow this, which is really cool, and I'm really jazzed about that. This is kind of a stripped down chassis. You could see that one had the piece that went over top. It was a lot beefier. This is certainly a more run and gun bolt action chassis, if such a thing were to exist. Now this has that bipod mount in the front here, and we had no issues with that. This went straight onto a different Harris bipod, again threaded out here. This is a 22-inch barrel, I believe. The other one, I believe, is a 24. Again, the Night Force mount. We have the stock on here. Very cool all around. I'm really enjoying this. A different Howa grip on here. This one has no finger grooves, and it's made out of hard plastic. This is kind of the slim version. I just wanted to try it. We've got stuff laying around here. We throw it together and we see what how we like it. A couple more things we want to hit on this chassis. The screw in the back here, again, same issue that we had with the other chassis. Difficult to access. We did get it, so it's not like it's impossible. We were able to get it, and I'm kind of a mongoloid, so that must mean it's not too bad. Another thing is these knobs. There's three kind of set screw knobs. We found some extra hardware in the box, and I'm kind of like, what's going on here? Well, it turns out that you can take these out and replace them with permanent set screws that are kind of flush with the chassis. So if you don't like these knobs hanging off the side here, you can replace them with some extra hardware that they shipped and included. Very cool. If you want to learn more, check out their website. There will be a link in the description, and I'll make sure to annotate that here. I don't want to screw that up. But of course, guys, thank you all for watching the unboxing. This is a little bit of a different one, and I want to share that with you. Some MDT chassis, Howa actions, got the bipods, we got grips, we got everything, and we're going to do some more with these in the near future, so stay tuned. And as always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon.